Just in the last half hour, the final precincts reported their votes. 82% of voters voting in favor of that recall, which means Mayor Seren will be removed from office. Now, I spoke earlier today with Seren about the possibility of this. Here's a piece of that conversation.
The fact that I see this coming to this point, it's a little dispiriting.
Refusing to go down without a fight, Cleveland Heights Mayor Kahlil Seren stood outside a polling center, making a final plea to the voters deciding his future.
I hope that there are enough people in Cleveland Heights who see this for what it is, who see that it is an impossibility to improve the smoothness of a transition or a budget process by removing a sitting mayor, an experienced, educated sitting mayor.
The effort to recall Mayor Seren came nearly 4 years after he won Cleveland Heights' first mayoral election handily, with 60% of the vote. But since then, Seren has faced controversy and scrutiny over the actions of his wife, Natalie McDaniel, and how he's handled them. McDaniel is accused of making anti-Semitic comments, creating a hostile work environment in City Hall, and she was just indicted on criminal trespassing charges after allegedly breaking into a neighbor's home. Meanwhile, Seren has faced accusations of mishandling the city's annual budget.
The chaos and tumult and challenges that City Hall has created under the mayor's leadership have just dragged our city down and held us back from moving forward in so many areas.
Michael Bennett was part of the core group of Cleveland Heights residents that got the recall on the ballot, a group that stood right next to Mayor Seren as the final ballots were cast.
I think getting him out now will certainly take a burden off City Hall employees that have had enough of what's been going on within City Hall.
I asked Mayor Seren what his plans were if the voters recalled him.
So thinking about what comes next is a very difficult task for me because I'm so single-mindedly focused on making sure that Cleveland Heights ends this term the right way and begins the next term the right way.
Now, once these votes are certified, Mayor Seren will be removed from office, and City Council President Tony Cuda will fill his seat through the remainder of his term, which ends in January.
Okay, Annabelle Shoulders live in Cleveland Heights. Thank you.
And the results are also in for Cleveland Heights Mayor. Councilman Jim Petras, who led the votes by 28%, will advance to the general election along with Davida Russell, who trailed by just 41 votes. Both will appear on the November ballot.